You failed to say three, so you did not win. 1, 2, 3, ding, 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 I win. Ha, 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 ha. Now we get to do Kane. Moist. Hello, Pig and Runt. Wheat is nice. Hi, City. Hi, Show. Thank you all for hitting the like button. Mary is moist. City Show is nice. I think I need to wash this pan actually, because I want to use this for hash browns. And I was about to be lazy. But I realized I don't want burnt crumbs in my hash browns this morning. From yesterday's sausage. Mary is nice. Not even remotely contrary. I shall use my large pan for hash browns. Large pan. We will let the grease heat. Meanwhile, moist. Oh, my laptop isn't even facing the right direction this morning. I said erection. Kyla Whippo. Mary wears trawler net tights. Oink oink. That could be true. They're both Tennessee Huskies. moist. I will be taking a nap today. I stayed up watching Mary sleep all night. Well, that's cute. That is cute as buttons, City Show. Mary is cute. Cute as buttons. Cute as Benjamin Buttons. Moist. Moist. Tom Peterson and Gloria, too. Oh, hi there. How are you? Great. Thank you. Mary dreamt about saying HRU to everyone, every celebrity. Mary, it's nice. Wheat is nice. We have some new Nightbot commands too. Let's see what it says about JC. JC is nice also. Come on, Nightbot, don't be shy. Nightbot is being shy. There he is. That's right. My beard is starting to look like Mary's upper thighs. Mary is nice. Mary was dreaming about eating a giant marshmallow last night, and she woke up and her pillow was gone. This knife is supposed to be used for salads only. Weeds. Here in my car, blah 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 blah. Only way to get cars. Moist. Wheat's mom in the bat. Wheat's mom in the bat. Ah ha ha. Wheat's mom in the bat. Ah ha ha. Wheat's mom in the bat. Ah ha ha. Moist. Moist. Wheat. An oink oink here and an oink oink there. Everywhere's an oink. Hello, Jimmy Buffett. Welcome in. What else? What else? I'm going there for a minute to troll, then running back here to hide out. You're out of timeout. That was funny. Moist. Here in my car, I'm a single on the way little card. Moist. I just stopped in and said Mary was mean to me this morning. Very unchristian like. This is the transfer pan here. This paper plate I'm using, that's the transfer pan. Transfer pan. My mom says if she's gonna buy me these kind of hash browns ever again, I need to make sure I get every last potato off of them. Transfer pan. Transfer pan. Transfer pan fully in use. Transfer pan now discarded. Rinsing may commence forthwith. moist. The layout of my mom was all weird, and it threw me off. Plastic fork. And now we're gonna do the Undertaker. And he has a tombstone left. Bong. And he has a tombstone left. Bong. Oh, wrong light. That was a Kane moment. The light is over here. And he has a tombstone left. Bong. That's right, we are classy kings. There are people with sticks up their asses at a lot of streams. They let the tools go to their head, just like Paul here in chat. Oh, why does everyone else get to be a mod? Did they pay the $5 membership? Oh. They all think they are Alan Watts. Who is Alan Watts? Watt is an Alan Watt. My mom's Alan Watts, that's for sure. Whatever that even means. Ooh, glasses need to remain on. During this time of COVID, this bed is closed while not in use. This sign must remain on bed during the hours this bed is not in use. Do not sit here. Copyright 2021. I didn't completely burn my sausage today. It was a first for everything. Who's a good boy? Yes, I am. Open your mouth. I'm coming in for a landing. Mm. Moist. Mary is a philosopher. That's right. Mary auditioned for the role of Precious, but we all know how that turned out. Boys. Because wrestling, obviously. Reno, when you said Mr. Lucy, how's it hanging? Mary laughed and said to me, I don't know why they banned. It was just asking how he is, how she is. And there he didn't get the double meaning. Oh, that's funny. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Mary is innocent. That's the way to get booted. Jonathan. Not as sticky as Mary's inner thighs. Welcome in, Jonathan Siegel. I wonder if Paul is still here. Say hi to Carol. Hi, Carol. Hello, AP. AP is nice. When I was in high school, the smart kids got to take classes called AP classes. I don't know what AP stood for back then, but it was some sort of class that was for the smart people. If you have less than a 3.5 GPA, you can't get into honors classes or AP classes. Mary is nice. I was trying to I was trying to wake her up during her sleep stream, but no luck. Oh, that's right. She needs to turn her camera on. at least with my live at least with my art streams at nighttime, because I do similar streams on Wheats Art, but at least what I do overnight is people can watch my art on loop all night long. You only see her profile picture all night long. The roll of toilet paper that doesn't tear. That's right. That's right. Toilet paper is nice. Kroger's. Moist. I try to mute. I try to mute when the cough comes on, but I don't always get to the button in time. Button. Moist. An oink oink here, and an oink oink there, and oink oink everywhere. Everywhere's an oink. Glenda, welcome to Booger Central. I should write that on here. Welcome to Booger Central. Ugh. I wish I could figure out how to drain all the grease out of the hash browns. That's the downfall of making these hash browns. Is a lot of the grease just stays in there. I mean, there's no need to put ketchup on there if the grease is just gonna be like with the hash browns. Moist. Oh, I muted to cough, but then I forgot that I was on mute. Glenda. Booger Eater Central. What was I going to call this? Glenda, a booger. Can't remember what the subtitle was going to be. Oh well. I'm going. Booger Eater of the Underworld. Perugalis. Where is that moist button? Moist taco box. I could do a taco box. Moist. Moist taco box. Mary as a widow, floppy widow whippet. Floppy widow whippet. Boom, shakalaka. Glenda is what they call Shasta McNasty. And you all should ask Tassie Joe how she knows Glenda doesn't wear bras. Glenda knows. I mean, Tess. Exactly, Jimmy. That's right. Booger Eater of the Underworlds. I used to have one for Jimbo. Is it still on there? Oops. I used to have one for Jimbo. I think I called him a sovereign citizen or something. No, I think I got rid of several of them. $5 by mail. I used to go to Jimbo's chat room. He seems like a nice guy. He drinks a lot. reparations, of course. He asks he asks for reparations because he's part Indian, of course. Glenda won't give him her food stamps when he runs out of his. And that's when the reparations excuse comes in handy. God bless him. I should send him a postcard that has a picture of money on it. Sweet. Jimbo was always nice. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He said some really weird things at every now and then. But who doesn't here in the YouTube communities? Jimbo reminds me of a quiet version of Mark. Mock. I don't always. I am not always. Oh, I don't even know what I was going to say. Hello, Texas jackass. Oink, oink on a boink. Welcome in, moist. Does Chris remember Linda or does Linda remember Chris? I think the other day we established that Linda, right, stabbed Chris with the pen. Linda then fled away from Chris and found Kittles. Kittles and Linda met at a coffee shop. Kittles listened to Linda about how Linda killed Chris. And then Kittles goes, "Oh, hey, I killed someone too. Let's get married." And now Kittles and Linda have been married for a few minutes now. And that's the story of Kittles and Linda. Kittles and Bits. Because she goes by Bitsy for short. "Hey, Bitsy, come here. Bitsy Bookums. Bitsy Bookums, come here." Oh, there is one for Monica now. I forgot about that one. My sister Glenda stole my quarter in sixth grade back in 1964. So I grew up around. I grew up and around and became so sheltered that I cannot reach the mailbox. I tried to send my daughter Mary over to steal it back. I think there was a new one I made right after you left, Jimmy. I think it's Tassie. I think I made one for Tassie right after you left. Kittles and Bits. That's right. The early bird gets the worm. And then the JC one is Go Fly a Kite, of course. Because Tassie is like a bird. The early bird gets the worm. I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my home is. Go fly a kite. I wonder how many kites Mary has by now. Mary is Big Bird. That's right. If she were a Pokemon, she'd be Snorlax. Front and center, code C. We have all three kings here. Hung like a bird. That's okay. There was this one song. I can't remember what it's called. And I can't even remember what I misheard. And now I can't even remember what I'm trying to say. I can't think of it. It's on the top of my head, though. My bed is a hideaway. That's right. You know that song that goes, "Pissing the night away." I thought they said, "My bed is a hideaway." So when I heard that song the first time, I always thought they were saying, "My bed is a hideaway." And then somebody said it was "pissing the night away," but that's not true either. Actually, Phoebe from Friends, I think, said it was "pissing the night away," but I always heard it as "My bed is a hideaway," which was just the dumbest thing in the world. My bed is a hideaway. My bed is a hideaway. But one of my favorite lyrics goes like this: "Even if my house falls down, I wouldn't have a clue." I mean, that is a Mary lyric right there if I ever heard one. There was another one by Janelle Monáe where she goes, I can't remember. It's in the song called Tightrope, and it's just the weirdest lyric. It's where her backup singers sing a little line in there about falling in the gap. Mary is nice, absolutely. My wife gets so mad when I get lyrics wrong, so I do it on purpose. Oh, nice. I think that one song where I heard "My bed is a hideaway," that is always going to be "My bed is a hideaway" to me. It'll never be anything else than "My bed is a hideaway." And then there's that song, "I don't want to wait for my lunch to be over. 2 plus 2 is 44. 9 and 5 is 60 more." And that's all I heard in that song. I didn't understand what she was saying during several portions of that song. So my mind probably just made up some of those lyrics because to cope with the fact that I didn't understand what she was singing. I don't want to wait for my lunch to be over. 2 plus 2 is 44. 5 and 6 is 20 more. It's so funny how we hear the stupidest things in songs, and then if it doesn't remotely make sense, sometimes our mind just makes it up. Jimmy, butt sex, butthole pleasures. Oh yes, there's one for butthole now too. Looks like Nightbot's being a little slow today. I think I need to spank its robotic butt. No, wink me off. Finally, Nightbot. Jesus tits. Oh, I wonder if it's because that one had to have the what the exclamation mark in front of it. Butthole. There's one for butthole now. Butthole pleasures. Nightbot is nice a lot of the times, but he's being a little bit slow today. Yes, he is. He is being a little bit slow. Pleasures of the orifice. Anal fissures. Ooh, there's one for Shannon, I think, too. What is the one for Shannon? I can't remember the Shannon one, but there's one for Shannon. Glenda's assisted living peg leg, nose picking, booger eating enforcer. Peg leg. That's right. We can't forget Shannon. She's a culprit in all of this. She's a culpable culprit. Culpable culprit. Butthole pleasures. Pleasures of the Orient. Tai Chi. Mary is learning Tai Chi. Save my hole. I can save my hole tonight. Mary can be your hero, baby. She can save your hole tonight. Jackass is nice. Hello, Catherine Lutinsky. Catherine, are you going to go to McDonald's and get yourself a kid's meal today? A Happy Meal? Are you going to get your Pokemon cards today at McDonald's? Or are you going to get your coloring workbook? Catherine likes her coloring workbooks in her kids' meals. So I would never make fun of her for that. Or the fact that she gets Pokemon cards from McDonald's. I'm just an inquiring mind. I care about Catherine. She's like a granddaughter to me. I'm not saying that the junior. I'm not saying that the junior. No. JC wants me to say that bad word. I'm gonna say it, Mary. For fuck's sake, just say it because you know you're gonna say it. Yeah, that's right. Highlights magazines. Catherine and Mary meet up on Saturdays to discuss their highlights magazines. Highlights magazines. Mary and Catherine love the word searches in their highlight magazines. But don't forget to get to the dentist office early so you can look at the highlights magazines. It's all about the highlight magazines, Jimmy. You gotta sign the pages. JP32 was here. And then also Mary was here. Turn to page 7 and then write Mary was here. And then write turn to page 22 and write JP was here. And then turn to page 3 and then draw a little butt. Got myself a sandwich and some milk to drink. That is so cute. A soup, a sandwich, and some milk. That is fucking cute. That is like a highlights lunch today. That's like the lunch you have right before you do coloring activities, before taking an afternoon nap. That is cute. That is called chicken soup for the soul. Chicken soup for the soul with Catherine. Chicken soup. Oh, that's so funny. Catherine's gonna read Chicken Soup for the Soul tonight before bed. She's going to she's going to she's going to make peace with herself because tomorrow's another day. At 8 p.m. tonight, after Catherine gets on her knees and prays to God, she's gonna turn to page 714 in Chicken Soup for the Soul, and she's gonna read a chapter. She's gonna have herself a heartwarming experience, and then she's gonna close her book. She's going to hug her book, and then she's going to set her book on the nightstand, and then give it a little pat, turn her lamp off very gently, and she's going to ball her big heavy blankets up to her neck, and she's going to do this, and she's going to smile, and then she's going to count the sheep. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep. Mary, get out of my head for fuck's sake! 5 sheep, 6 sheep, 7 sheep. It sure is, Catherine. It sure is. I like chicken and rice soup. Terwilliger, Clackamas, Tualatin. Terwilliger is one of the funniest names. Back in high school, I'd hear them talking about the weather, and they would talk about the Terwilliger curve being frozen over, or there's a car crash on the Terwilliger curve. The road the Terwilliger curve has been shut down for repair. I agree, it is a great idea. Tualatin. Tualatin is hilarious too. I like the word Tualatin. 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 Or how about Siuslaw National Forest? Siuslaw. Siuslaw. Or how about Yakima, Washington? Yakima. 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 I used to look at maps of funny sounding cities and counties all over the place here in this area just to play these games with people who could say the dumbest sounding name of a city. I need to make a panel, and that needs to be a game for everybody on panel. We need to make that a game on panel. If you look at a map in your state and just look for the dumbest sounding cities and counties, and then you just yell it out on panel. How fun would that be? Except every time I've done a panel, nobody comes up on panel. Or actually, that's not true. I sometimes don't see that they're down there waiting to come up. That was the issue a long time ago. Is that I failed to see that there were people down there, and I was new to paneling at the time, so I just wasn't sure how to put people up. Uh, Skane, Skanetel. Oh, I can't even pronounce that one. That's weird. Scanatellis? Scanatellis. That sounds like a good one. Oh, Canaanites. No, that's not Canaanites. Cane on the brain. Cane on this brain. Oh, Scanatellis. Is that how it's pronounced? Scanatellis? Scanatellis? Scanatellis. 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 Boy, I can't pronounce that. Scanatellis. Scanatellis. That is so weird. I might have to have Google say that out for me. That's like scabies almost, but with tamales. Skinny Atlas. Oh, that doesn't sound. I like Scanatellis. Scanatellis sounds weird. Skinny Atlas. Skinny Atlas. I guess I can sort of see how that might be pronounced that way. I prefer Scanatellis. Hi, Mom. I'm gonna go to Scanatellis for a hamburger tonight. Where Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie is a funny word. Squeeze cut. Squeeze gut. Squeeze gut alley. There is Clackham. Clackamas. Clackamas. Clackamas is another funny one. Umatilla. Fermented feces. Oh my god, how have I not shown this on stream before? I did make a short of this too, like 10 years ago. This is Rikishi. Rikishi's getting the stink face. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. I can't believe they made this a card. I wish it was in better condition. But I kept it all of these years. Stink face. Oh, that shit is so funny. According to my research, both red and gray foxes are popular in northern Virginia. Foxes are nice. We have a fox that has a nest, not a nest, but its home is just down the street from here in the little creek. I have a moving bookmark. I have a piece of paper. We got a town near us called Climax. Oh, nice. Climax. That's a place where I need to go visit. I've never been to Climax. A den. Thank you, Big and Runt. A den. That is a good word for foxes. I remember this one day I caught that little fox staring at me as I was walking by. I was late to work that day because I was like, holy crap, there's foxes in this area. So I didn't think there were foxes in this area. And I was looking down at it down near the sticker bushes, and the fox looked at me right in the eyes. I'm like, holy shit, that's a fox. A lair is for Mary. Or actually Shard, because remember my story. Of the ancient behemoth. She lives in the bat caves with her gleba. I haven't talked about this in like a year. Oh my goodness. It all started out in 1642, the British exile. Oh, that's a long story. I don't want to talk about that story. But eventually, the cave of the behemoths and the glebas and the oh yes, that's a whole. I never did finish that story. There was just too much to write. I got overwhelmed, and now that I don't have word programming, I will never finish that story. Climax, New York. Is that near Poughkeepsie? Poughkeepsie. 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 Ooh, I wonder if I should read my infantile orphan story. I haven't read those stories in a while. And I just saw them the other day. Poughkeepsie. 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 We'd see in Poughkeepsie. Did I find it? Did I finally find? No, that's not the. I was first in line. Oh my god. We need to read this. We need to read these stories before I have to end my stream today, because I need to go stream on Wheatsart for a couple hours. So I need to read these stories real quick and then go stream on Wheatsart, my other channel. Nobody ever visits those streams because they're usually pretty boring. Sometimes I cry because I get no fucking visitors. God damn it. Anyways, Greenco, the infantile orphan. This is my perspective as an infant. I was just 2 hours old and snuggled warmly in my bassinet while there was fried chicken, tossed salad, and macaroni and cheese auras emanating from the hospital's cafeteria when my mother picked me up as if I were going to pee on her fat little face. In that special moment, she whispered something into my cute little pink ears I will never forget. God says I have to love you, but you are the ugliest little maggot I have ever seen. Your father showed up 30 minutes ago and saw your nasty face, pointed at you, and we laughed our asses off with the doctors and nurses. Then he left my ass here, filed for divorce, and had me served while I was telling the nurses to give your ugly ass to the fire department to donate to Toys R Us so they can repackage you as a new collectible for the new Barbie's Ugly Kid collection. Before he left the hospital, he saw me kissing Nurse Joy from Pokemon down the hall, and it's safe to say I will never drive stick again. Son, I cannot fake the words I love you at all. You just don't have a face a mother could love, and if by chance there is a God, let him bless your ugly heart after seeing your godforsaken face. Finally, Luciphine shut her trap long enough for me to watch her leave. As my mother left, she flipped me the middle finger, known as the bird. She held that finger up the entire time as she got smaller and smaller and smaller, as if she was leaving like the sun was setting on my future. And then I slept like a little baby. The end. That is my favorite story that I've ever written about myself in the perspective of my babiness. I just want you to know, Mom, I heard every word you said, and I took it to fart. Ooh, here's one called "I Was First in Line." The town Gayhead, New York, is about 20 miles from Climax, New York. Believe it or not, I'm gonna have to put that as a pinned message, just in case Keith shows up. Hello, Fruit Loops. Welcome in. We have another story. This was called "I Was First in Line." I was first in line, Wheat and Shaw Confessionals edition. Thank you, Seagull. Thank you. It was the morning of some wild day in 2007 when I took my 10-year-old daughter to Disneyland. I bought the tickets and she tried to race me to the largest ride, but I tripped her and she hit her ugly little face on the ground. I pointed at her, laughed, and beat her to the ride as the crowd cheered me on because she was being a whiny little bitch. I was first in line and she wanted to get on the ride first, and she copped an attitude with me, and so I laughed at her some more and got on the ride and pointed at her. After she got buckled in, I cut her belt buckle at the top while she was too busy being selfish and crying that I was first in line and she was not. The ride commenced and then it stopped when we were 100 feet in the air. I picked her up and pushed her off the ride. She started to fall, but she grasped onto the rails on the ride. I took my foot and smashed those macaroni fingers, and she couldn't hold on anymore. The crowd did not catch her fall because they knew she deserved it because of her attitude. She died on impact, and once I got safely off the ride, I gave my heartwarming speech. It is so good to see everyone out here enjoying their time. I thank you for your support in helping me with my daughter's well deserved demise. I mean, hell, she didn't even tell me she loved me on her way down. How selfish is that? The crowd cheered me on for the rest of the day as they bought me cotton candy and pizza throughout the day. And as the sun set, I received a call and found out that I was able to collect my daughter's life insurance because she was an established YouTube star, mostly known as the little cooter that can't, who was being paid so well she was able to get herself insured. Moral of the story, kids: if you are about to die, tell them you love them, especially when you deserve your exit. Cloud kicker. I do live stream on 2 channels, and after this channel, I'm going to go live stream on my other channel for a while. I've got a couple projects I'm working on. I need to start another drawing today. I finished one last night. Actually, I wasn't on stream for this one. Actually, I was loop living last night, and then on the side of that, I made another drawing. I did a quick one because I'm trying to get to the 100 mark. And I guess I moved it somewhere, and I don't know where I put it. That's what she said. Not to me, of course. Now let's look at one more story. Well, it's not really a story. It's more of a dental diplomacy plan. Very deceptive, and the irony at the end is incredible. Thank you so much, Jonathan Siegel. That means so much to me. Let's look at the dental diplomacy plan. Hey Jimmy, if you're still in here, you could use this worksheet for your dentist. We have a 3-page worksheet. This is called the Supplemental Dental Diplomacy Plan. All right, let's read this. In lieu of monetary compensation for your services, I will use my mouth for a pleasurable good time for you. Good for up to this. There's a line where you can write how many times that you agree to do this for. Times, or until we fall in love with each other, whichever comes first. If we fall in love, then all forms of non-monetary compensation becomes null and void, including this form. In the event this form becomes void, all services to my mouth will be free from any form of collecting payment. Please list any STDs and STIs in the space provided below right here. And then the dentist also must provide a list of all of the STDs and STIs he or she may have. And then there's fine print for the dentist. The fine print reads, the dentist only has 2 lines because it's less likely for them to be disgusting with diseases and infections when people like me let their mouths look like a moldy asshole. My mouth looks like a moldy asshole, which is why made this sheet. Moldy asshole. All oral pleasantries must be conducted 60 days after all medical operations are performed, with the exception of the down payment pleasantries, so the dentist doesn't think you will just forget about pleasures of the orifices. The down payment of this will include no fewer than, and it has a line where you can put how many times. No fewer than blank times, no less than 48 hours prior to any teeth removals, root canals, etc. It is imperative that both parties must come to an agreement on how rough the pleasure will be by initialing the boxes below. So we got the boxes down here below, right here. We have soft core, we have medium core, and hardcore. Let's read what the cores are. Soft core mouth pleasures, intimate in and out action, slow and steady for an enjoyable time, which can last for hours with no swallowing of anything, including but not limited to bodily fluids, among others. Medium core pleasures. Both parties will have each other at the same time, which may lead to fissures known as penetration into each other's mouths, which may cause a sense of sickness, and both parties need to understand that some bodily fluids are not meant for the mouth and may lead to a vomiting episode. Okay, hardcore death choking hazard pleasure. Possible to cause broken teeth by the in and out action of pleasure, and blood is possible and may lead to death. Means it's in your mouth so hard that your teeth fall out. Okay, now we have the second page. The second page. Both parties must consent to this document. Neither party may sue each other after signing this agreement under any circumstances. Both parties should expose each other to each other prior to agreeing to any engagement of the facial orifices, etc. Name Jonathan, exactly. Name of patient offering services. Date offered, date accepted. Please refer to the separate document where each party signs off on every episode of In the Mouth. And here's the document for In the Mouth. Witnesses can also sign this document in case either party attempts to start legal proceedings against each other, which would be null and void. We have patient witness 2. But any other witnesses may attach their own statement accompanying this officially notarized document. We have doctor witnesses 1, 2, and 3. That's right here. Any other witness for the doctor may attach their own statement accompanying this officially notarized document. Notary must sign, stamp, and date in the space provided below. Individually, we can agree together. We can service each other. Wait, hold on. Individually, we can agree. Together, we can service each other. Boy, I completely read that in a different... All right, let's look at the In the Mouth. In the Mouth document. I need to send this to the Duty Reno. He's having tooth problems. In the Mouth document. This is a professional document given to both parties. After every event, both parties should initial and date to consider each pleasure penetrated. Chances are your complete tooth removal surgery will require multiple sheets. Please make sure to make copies of this copy before oral copulation. I should, if I had a way to, if I had Word on this computer, I would write an insurance policy to go with this form, because this would be hilarious with an insurance policy. Insurance policy. These are hilarious stories. I need to write more, but I don't have Word document on my computer. My old computer passed away, and I haven't been able to write stories since last June, which is infuriating. All right. I need to go wash my breakfast dishes and then start my next stream in half an hour. I will be starting my next stream over at my art channel in 30 minutes. Thank you all for being here. Good to see you, Jonathan. Thank you for coming here, Jonathan. It is always a treat to see you here. Oh, Cloud. I can have it in June, or I can have it when I piss you off again. All right, have a good one. Hopefully I'll see some of you at Wheatsart later in a half an hour or 45 minutes. Oh, good to see you too, Randy, man. I must have missed you there. Stalls, great to see you. Catherine, thank you for coming. Fruit Loops was here. That's right, he was. But I think Fruit Loops was eating Cheerios. Okay, I think I got everybody. Dougie Doug was here too. Okay, I need to end now before I cough myself into a vomiting thing. Because sometimes I'll cough so hard I get sick. All right. See you later. Oink oink.